Hello everyone, I'm back with another one of my review videos, and before we get started I just want to say that because I've been doing so many videos lately, I plan on taking a small break over the course of November. I should be back around Thanksgiving or something like that. I'm gonna try to release a couple videos then, but yeah, I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on that. I might release like 1 or 2 videos in that amount of time, but Thanksgiving, so mark your calendars. Warning! This video contains immense amounts of Shadow the Hedgehog glazing and nitpicking from a baby Sonic fan. Please note that this is my favorite Sonic game of all time. Enjoy the show. Hey, so we just picked up Shadow Generations from GameStop, and so far it looks absolutely beautiful. Like, yeah, phenomenal. I got T here with me. We're gonna
What's up, y'all?
be unboxing this. Say hello.
Hello.
And yeah, so could you open it up?
Do the honors?
Yeah, do the honors, please.
Oh, wow. Would you look at that?
Dude, I think I just busted.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, spin the game around for them to see. Whoa. Oh, God, this is so cool. Alright, so first of all, let's get out this journal. Yes.
Look at this.
Nice. I don't know why they're using the Sonic 2 promotional art still, but it's whatever.
Because they used before.
And then we got
the Terriers.
then we got our Adventure Sonic skin right here.
Adventure
Awesome. Alright.
So,
And what was on the back of that?
just like the Terriers. Yeah,
Terriers.
for digital
Nice.
designs for this physical, so.
Nice. Let's open her up. Pop the hood.
Do the honors yet again.
Yes, do it again.
Well,
Ooh.
let's see. From Archival and Requisition Department to Abraham Tower. Commander, you're kind of blah, 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 blah.
Okay, this is just about. Well, we're just gonna kind of
Yeah, it looks like,
look through it, flip
yeah,
through
it
it.
looks like this is Gerald Robotnik, and it looks like one of these is Eggman's father, I believe.
Ah,
One of them,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's artificial chaos.
Oh, shoot, that is the Artificial Chaos. And then the Chaos Drives.
Oh yeah.
Chaos Drives, and...
Cool.
Is that a mini bio lizard?
Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
That is and like Maria's playing with it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, shoot.
Whoa!
Wait,
hold on.
Wait, hang on. What's happened over here?
Holy. Okay, so this is a really deep cut right here. They got like I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be right
A
here,
fusion core.
but this right here is the time stopper in the arc from Sonic Adventure 2. That was the thing that I kept using the level to.
Oh yeah. Now I remember.
Oh man, that's cool. And then there's the air shoes.
Yeah,
Right
it
there.
looked, Maria designed them, I guess.
Oh yeah, I guess she did.
Oh, wait, let's see. A bunch of ones and zeros here. I wonder what that. And more even ones and zeros. I wonder what that
We're
translates
not gonna
to.
get into the nitty gritty here.
I found.
Whoa!
Oh,
Look at that. It's Shadow, Maria, and Gerald.
wow.
They took a family picture together.
That's nice. It looks like Shadow's smiling over here.
All right.
Property of the Eggman Empire.
Cool, man. That was awesome. All
Yeah,
right,
that's-
so
that's peak.
honest review.
This is
The
like-
box art makes it game of the year. Also,
Yep.
on the inside
It's the Japanese box
is
art.
the Japanese box
They
art
didn't even
right
care to
there.
add classic Sonic.
Yeah, because I mean, classic Sonic, right? So
I haven't seen you in generations.
yeah. But yeah, that's it.
That's the unboxing, y'all.
On to the video.
On to the video.
Okay guys, so I just got back from playing Sonic X Shadow Generations, and I gotta say, it is by far the best Sonic game ever made. From the story, to the gameplay, to the levels, I mean, it was incredible. I loved every second of it. Just a quick warning, this video is going to have a lot of spoilers. So, if you haven't played the game yet, then go play it now and come back later. Or don't, I don't really give it. So, let's start with the story. It picks up exactly where Dark Beginnings left off, and Shadow finds Black Doom, and they have this whole Radical Highway fight, and it's really cool. And then the Time Eater just kind of randomly shows up and sends Shadow to the white space. So, yeah, pretty standard stuff so far. We got the Time Eater getting pushed into Shadow's story. I felt like that was a little clunky, in my opinion. He just kind of showed up randomly just to put Shadow in the white space, and then Black Doom was there too for some reason. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something there, but that's what I remember. So Shadow has to go through his past, and he fights all these bosses, and then he finds Maria and Gerald, and it is a pretty touching moment. I wouldn't say it's the most tear-jerking stories in all of Sonic, but it was pretty sad. So then Shadow starts to claim all these Doom powers, and then they find out that it's slowly starting to take him over, and that once he gets enough power, Black Doom can actually jump inside Shadow's body and control him from within, whatever, spooky stuff like that. And so Shadow has to stop him. There's this whole final boss fight, and then it ends off with Shadow having to let Maria and Gerald go back to their timeline without having to save them, because if he tries to save them, then they'll be stuck there forever, and obviously that wouldn't be ideal. So it's, you know, it's really, really sad, and Maria gives her, you know, speech to Shadow, a brand new speech. It's not just the regular, like, make the people of the planet happy kind of stuff. She explains to him, like, why he's named Shadow and stuff like that, and that was definitely a tear-jerking moment right there. So Shadow inevitably makes the decision to leave them behind, and he goes and joins Sonic in the Time Eater boss fight, which we all know. But yeah, overall, I'd say the story was pretty solid. I'd say that it was one of the better Sonic stories. It wasn't nearly as bad as Forces or anything recent that we've seen, but I'm definitely starting to see a change in Sonic Team's writing, and I think, I'm all for it, so let's talk about the levels a little bit. What levels were there? So, again, spoilers, huge spoilers. You start off on the Ark, Space Colony Ark, and instead of having Final Chase music, they have Final Rush music, which I can appreciate a lot because I think Final Rush is miles better than Final Chase's music. And overall, the music is a pretty good bop. So you go through the first level, which is entirely 3D, and then the second level, which is entirely 2D, which was cool. I mean, I think that I enjoyed the 3D levels a lot more than the 2D levels, which is just kind of a given with those kinds of things, because 3D levels let you explore more and have more branching paths, so that's just kind of a granted with 2D levels, and I'm fine with that. It wasn't a huge deal. They definitely weren't as good as the 3D levels, but they were still good. So then you go through Sky Rail, or Rail Canyon, and this game is really good, but this had to be one of my least favorite levels in the game if I had to choose one. You know, I've just never, thought of a whole level being dependent on rails. It's just, you know, it was fun, but it was not the best one. Hey, quick editor's note, I just remembered that during T and I's gameplay of Shadow Generations, there was this crazy part that happened right here, and I just thought it was so funny that I had to put it in the video.
Oh no, what is this? Oh no!
Whoa! Oh! That was so cool! Oh my god!
What did I just do there?
You jumped on top of the train. That was actually so cool. I didn't even know you could I didn't even know you were that horrible, bro. Holy crap.
And so after you play Rail Canyon, you fight the Bio-Lizard boss fight, which was really, really cool. I think they did a great job with this boss fight, and thank God they fixed the jankiness of that fight, of the original fight, because if you've seen my videos on Sonic Adventure 2, you know what I'm talking about.
Get those rings! Yes! Climb the grind rail! Climb the grind rail!
Grind, you stupid!
But this boss fight fixes all those problems, and I have a great appreciation for that. Thank you, Lord Sonic. So after the Bio-Lizard boss fight, you're supposed to go to Kingdom Valley, right? And that's where I go, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where the hell is the Shadow the Hedgehog level? And so I start to get a little concerned, because so far it seems like the only reference to Shadow the Hedgehog 2005 was Black Doom himself, which isn't really enough for me, so I started looking around. And yeah, all I could find was Sunset Heights and Kingdom Valley. That was it. So I was like, alright, I guess I'm not playing Westopolis, and loaded up Kingdom Valley. And when I started this level, I was pretty bad at it. I gotta be honest, I was trying to figure out ways to do skips and stuff, and I just kept dying. But as I started to complete the level more, I started to realize what potential the game had because of how many branching paths there were. This level is huge. It is massive. And I just started thinking to myself how I could figure out how to speedrun this level, and as of right now, my best time in the game is 3 minutes and 14 seconds. So I'm pretty proud of that, but moving on. So after that, I'm pretty sure you go into the Neo Metal boss fight, if I'm correct. And that boss fight is really, really cool. It incorporates the Doom Surf ability, and I love it, because I love Metal Sonic. He's my favorite Sonic character of all time, and I loved seeing him get the spotlight again for once. You know, he hasn't been in a game like the real him for years, so it was nice to see him back.
What I'm made of, simple curiosity, stretching a body. Why are we singing like this? Let me show you just what I'm made of now! That's not good, that's like screaming.
So then I went to Sunset Valley, and Sunset Valley is actually my second favorite level in the game, because this has so many cool gimmicks. Like, there's the Chaos Control, where you can homing attack different rubble that the robots throw at you, which is so cool. And then there's the water coming out of the ground, which kind of gives me Sonic Adventure vibes, like Chaos and stuff. And then there was that enemy that like created different versions of himself and sent them at you, and you could Chaos Spear them to get more Chaos energy. It was really cool. It was like, it's definitely high up on my list. So then after that, you know, you unlock a couple more things, and then you go to Chaos Island. And I said, hold up, Chaos Island? You mean the level from Frontiers? The game that Shadow wasn't even in? And a little bit of a vein popped out of my head, because they really had the audacity to put Chaos Island from Frontiers instead of a Shadow the Hedgehog level. Like, Shadow isn't even in that game. And you know, I appreciate Frontiers getting some love. It was a great game, and it brought Sonic out of his funk, but still, oh my god. No Shadow the Hedgehog levels. It's crazy. So after beating the Chaos Island levels, the game shows you where to go, and you go underneath this mountain of some sort, and you fight Mephiles.
It's Mephiles. It's hell yeah, dude.
Oh, is that the Mephiles seal thing?
Yes, it's the obelisk. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Whoa! Oh! Oh! Holy crap! He tried to impale him like Sonic. Oh my god. Oh!
He's orange.
Oh! Oh my god, he's so awful. Oh my god. I know I keep using that term loosely, but...
Now listen, despite the reaction you just heard, I gotta be honest, this boss fight really missed the mark with me. I thought the dialogue was perfect, great. I loved the dialogue, but this was the least fun to play in my opinion, and it's all because of the morph ability. Now, I kind of neglected to talk about this a couple minutes ago, but the morph ability in this game is the worst. With the other Doom powers, it feels like, you know, that they're asking you to use them to help you progress in the level in different ways, where the morph ability, it feels like I'm just getting stopped in my tracks, like it kills all momentum that the game's trying to present, which makes Chaos Island one of my least favorite levels in the game, unfortunately. It felt like an obstacle in my way, which is what none of the other Doom powers feel like, you know? So you beat Mephiles, which, you know, I loved how they ended the fight where, you know, Shadow says that he's never gonna exist, and like I said before, I think that Ian Flynn did a really good job of writing Mephiles in this, and how he wants to exist and he knows he's not going to exist. That was pretty hard, but the boss fight overall, gameplay-wise, was terrible. So then, the Doom's Eye in the sky, like, activates, and you have to get up there, and it's pretty easy stuff, and then you get up there, and you're presented with the one and only Radical Highway. And at this point is where I lost my mind a little bit, because they have the audacity to put Radical Highway in the game 5 times, and then do two more levels about it, and then not add a single Shadow the Hedgehog level. Like, that felt like a shot in the chest to me.
Maria.
I was a little bit pissed off about that, but overall, the Radical Highway level itself was pretty cool, and I had a lot of fun with it. But also, it should have been a Shadow the Hedgehog level, in my opinion. So you get through these levels, and it all ends with you fighting Devil Doom and using your Doom abilities, and he turns into Neo Devil Doom, and that was pretty cool. I loved his design here, and it looks great. But overall, this has got to be my least favorite boss fight in the entire game, because it feels so much slower and kind of copy and pasted than the other levels. Because the start of the fight is identical to Neo Metal's boss fight, which is whatever. I really like that fight, but they really couldn't come up with anything new. I don't know. But then it goes into a phase with the Doom morph. And then you go into a phase with the Doom Wings, and you know, it was just kind of a boring boss fight and kind of had a anticlimactic ending, but overall, gameplay was great. Speaking of gameplay related things, I just wanted to bring a little bit of light to this because I noticed this and a lot of other people have too, but the amount of detail that went into this game is crazy, because there's these two shoulder buttons, right? And they let you flip, dodge whatever on rails, and if you use it while you're on the ground and not grinding on rails, Shadow will do a little, like, flip to the side, which is cool. I guess you can dodge out of the way of enemies if you want. It's not that effective, but I don't know, maybe you could find a use for it somehow. But if you're running, that's where it gets interesting. So if you're running with it and you hit it, Shadow will go off in the direction that you hit it, and he'll do a grind rail slide on the ground, which is so cool. Sure, it makes it harder to control, but it looks really good. You can actually go anywhere you want, it's just so cool. And then when you stop using it, it has a whole slide out animation that you can do, and I love it to pieces. It's awesome. Give me 5 more copies. So I've told you all about the Shadow section, but I've kind of left out the Sonic section because that's kind of not the meat of this game. It's the Shadow section, obviously, but you can't really neglect it because Sonic Generations is great, so let me talk about it a little bit. First of all, Sonic vs. Shadow. I've heard this going around a lot on TikTok and stuff. People have been arguing about who would win in an actual fight between them, with Shadow using his Doom powers and Sonic not expecting it. And I gotta just settle it right here. Let me bring up the old chalkboard here. So, by now, Shadow has most of his Doom abilities, and he is way overpowered. Sonic, on the other hand, has a couple Chaos Emeralds, so I've heard a lot of people saying that Shadow would absolutely wipe the floor with Sonic because he wouldn't be expecting it, and even if he was, he wouldn't be able to match the power of the Doom abilities, and honestly, I gotta say, I agree. I completely agree with that. However, does that make Shadow stronger than Sonic canonically? Not necessarily, because if you think about it, Sonic's gone through a lot of changes since Generations. Just think about Frontiers, for instance. He's got all these abilities now where he can use combat, and I feel like if Shadow were to go up against Frontier Sonic, it would be a pretty evenly matched fight. Also, why didn't they do a Sonic rival fight? In fact, forget that. Why didn't they do any rival fights for Shadow? I just don't understand it. Like, they had the perfect opportunity to have the Bio Lizard, Neo Metal Sonic, and then Devil Doom, and then they could have added 3 more rival fights, and you know who they could have been? Sonic, Mephiles, and Infinite. Like, it's that simple. I promise you they could have made a Sonic fight work. In fact, let me break it down for you right now. Let me just... So, how, in my mind, how a fight like this would go is Sonic would be way faster than Shadow. He would, you know, be able to get those orb things immediately, and Shadow would have to destroy the comets that Sonic is launching at him with his Chaos Spears. Like, it's really not that hard. And maybe you could inhibit his ability to use chaos control or his other Doom powers because he wants to hold back against Sonic, and when you try to use them, he'll be like, no, I can't use them against Sonic. He's not expecting it, I want a fair fight. So, I don't know, that's just... I feel like they could have done something. They could have done anything. Moving over to the Sonic Generations side of things. Overall, I've, played the game. It's just completely exactly the same as the original. I wouldn't say the graphics are much better. They're fine. The game doesn't look stunning or anything. It's an okay port. They did an okay job. It's not nearly as bad as Colors Ultimate, which, probably not going to be playing that one again for a while. But one thing that they did change that really, really, really made me mad was add the drop dash for modern Sonic. I have absolutely no problem with it being for classic Sonic. But when you try to incorporate it into a modern moveset, all I can think is just why. He already has the boost. That's literally the fastest thing in the game, and yet you want to give him this janky drop dash. And I really hate it. I really, really, really hate it. Especially when you're trying to jump and make like perfect jumps, and then you accidentally hold the button down before you hit the ground, and then you just go flying. Like, I hate it. Another thing that they changed was the rewrite of the game. So, they wanted to give the characters less stereotypical roles, which I'm completely fine with. I feel like the writing in this game, like the rewrite part, is mostly just Ian Flynn, being creative and flexing his Sonic knowledge muscles, just so we can kind of have an idea of what we're getting in the future. I personally have absolutely no problem with it, but I've seen it get some hate on TikTok and stuff. So, what exactly does this game give for Sonic's overall future? I'd say the future for Sonic is looking bright, my friends. I mean, the game got 1 million sales on its first day, which is crazy for any game, especially a remaster. If they just keep doing this same formula of levels where they make them good and open and give us new powers to use and quick gameplay, I think that Sonic is set for life, basically. Because as long as they keep pumping out those movies and pumping out these games that are really, really good, we should be golden, my friends. So that kind of concludes my review for today. Is this game the best Sonic game ever? Maybe. I honestly don't know. I have to play it some more before I can absorb and come to realize what that means exactly. But for now, maybe. Just maybe. I can't be 100% sure, but it is pretty high up on my list right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget that I'm taking a break from videos for a while, and I should be back around Thanksgiving, so if you guys disagree with my review in any way, please let me know in the comments, because kind of the reason that I make these videos is so I can get feedback from other people, and maybe I'm stupid and I don't know anything about video games or this game in particular, and I'm completely wrong, and I'm fine with being wrong. But yeah, I don't really know how to end this video, so I'm probably just gonna put some kind of like compilation of fart sounds or something like that, or I don't know. But yeah, see ya.